Something that I want to share with you guys. Gotta stop talking about dating so much. There's nothing wrong with you getting at females, uh, having sex with females, putting game in females' ear, but sometimes you got to recognize when that's taking up so much time in your life that you're not producing anything for yourself. All you're doing is producing money, or you got a car to drive. You're not producing any legacy. You can't waste a lot of time uh, focusing on what females have going on, what females have to say. Because, and I'm not saying this for you to hate females, of course. I don't put out stuff for you to hate females. What I'm trying to say is for a lot of black men, you fall in love with hate. You fall in love with holding conversations about how wrong somebody has done you, treated you, or what have you. The sign of a warrior is to be able to move past that and focus on power. You have to be focused on power because power is the only thing that can help you um, as you move forward in life. Power is the only thing that'll separate you from other dudes. Always beware about Black YouTube. Black YouTube is all about hate, division, and trying to hurt each other. It's not. It's this. There's no such thing as building. You can only build with people who are making the same money you make it. And as you all know, it takes money to make things really happen. It takes money to build a school. It takes money to get your lawyer. Wolf rule number two. Wolf rule number two. For those who don't know, Wolf rule number two. Um, it takes money for you to have that lawyer to fight supremacy. Most of the time, supremacy happens because you don't have your stuff in order to fight it. A girl gets pregnant, you don't have your money right to fight it. A girl gets pregnant, you don't already have your lawyer on deck. Wolf rule number two. Um, a girl gets pregnant, you want to argue with this chick instead of being strategic on how to get your child away from her, you know, um, or share her. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times you fall in love with this share thing as if she's not going to turn her back and flip script on you. You know, this is the problem with a lot of dudes not understanding that they have to have powerful rules about their life. I'm very proud of Zoe. Zoe is doing some great things for himself, and he's realizing it's not about what Black YouTube is talking. Black YouTube is talking about views. They talking about monetizing for a couple of pennies on a platform they don't control. Um, the Tommy Sotomayers of the world are talking about uh, putting up putting up fake movies and fake GoFundmes um, to try to get what they want to get. I mean, this is just a waste of time. All this stuff is just a waste of time, and you got to realize that it's a waste of time because these next 10 years, a lot of people ain't gonna make it. You already see how the homelessness is going. You already see how things is happening right now as we speak. You don't have you don't have the time to focus on some of the things that Black YouTube wants you to focus on. You're a dude. Black YouTube is for females and dudes who want to get entertained with gossip and fighting and arguments. Black YouTube is not for powerful black men. That's not what Black YouTube is for. If you notice, I don't even have time now to do. an hour hangout most of the time, let alone a 5 hour or 8 hour hangout. That's what most of these YouTubers are built on. They're built on these long extra hangouts. And what is it talking about? Nothing. What do you get out of it? Can you defeat the white man on Monday? But when I come over here and tell you something and tell you about black solutions and wolf rule number one and wolf rule number two and wolf rule number three, most of you guys are starting to figure out, wait a minute, this wolf stuff is really about dominating the mayonnaise man. And a lot of people don't want you to talk about that. They want to have endless discussions about stuff that don't matter. You have to protect yourself from that. You have to put yourself in a situation where you're like, you know what? I'm not even going to vibe with that. I'm not even going to be focused on what they're talking about. You got to do that to protect yourself. A lot of times you guys not realizing that you got to protect yourself, because the way these people, our people, speak is as if they have time for the infighting and time. And you got to look at the guys too. I don't even look at women as far as the black community, because women are going to do what black women are in so much power because of lack of black male power. Lack of black male power has put black women in so much power that there are some women who are with us, and then there's just so many who are against us. Yet the ones who are against us want our protection when stuff goes wrong. And you guys got to understand, if you're really trying to make moves, if you're trying to, and look, when I put out stuff, I'm trying to talk about making moves for your daughter, for your son, not even necessarily for yourself. Wolf rule number 3 and wolf rule number 4. You got to understand, the reason I put these rules together is because what I realized is, in order to protect myself as a black man, I have to have these wolf rules in place so that I do not supersede my destiny. And that's all I be trying to tell people. Don't put yourself in a position talking about dating all day, talking about women every week. It's a waste of your time. It's a waste of your time. And you got to understand that most of your fellow brothers, that's what they long for. That's what they lust for, to dominate a female so they can feel good about themselves. You can't be wasting your time on that. There's bigger stuff to be focused on, bigger stuff to be thinking about. You cannot be wasting your time with that. And the more you waste your time as a black man with focusing on females and trying to do what the females are doing and saying, the more you start to realize, wait a minute, wait. I'm not getting nowhere. It's been 5 years and I've just been focusing on putting these females in bed. It's been 10 years. I done got 2 kids now. I've been in court several times, all because I've been focusing on these females instead of focusing on buying some land. I just talked to an Ethiopian dude who bought a house 2 blocks over. And he picked the house up for 7. And it's an investment property. He's going to sleep in one part. He's going to rent out the other. And, he put together $140,000 and went to the bank and got the rest of it. And see, that's what I mean. Power moves. Other cultures are out here trying to do power moves. And I feel so sorry when I look at YouTube. YouTube is very depressing, because I look at YouTube and I look at the guys, and the guys are so infatuated with women, but a lot of them are not moving nowhere. Their sons are not moving nowhere. They're not really doing nothing. And you got to understand, man, dudes, this whole thing with dudes, let me put it this way. Dudes, again, are too wrapped up in what women are doing, women are not doing. Dudes are too wrapped up in female stuff. They're just too wrapped up. And then when you see people try to have logical conversations, you see that, okay, it's not working because some of the dudes have taken on so much female energy that they're not in a mental position to even be logical. They're not in a mental position to talk about anything of substance. And you got to understand that. We can't, and this is why the women are kind of leading the pack on a lot of dudes, because dudes are still hoping. It's a weird thing. It's a very weird thing to see dudes uh, hope and pray that women understand what they go through, while at the same time being yelled at and told that they are not leading. Most of these guys can't lead because they're so used to having their mother or big sister take the lead. And the world is bigger than that. If you want to be able to walk into some of these places and make moves, you can't be focused on what the black women have going on. You have to be focused on what you can do to kill your own dragons. Not always looking for that 50-50 help from a woman. And that's why and that's why when a lot of times when women run into established men or men that don't need to have that type of viewpoint, it's difficult for women. It's difficult for women because they're so used to the hyena man. They used to the man who's looking to bend his knees. They're so used to the man who used to looking for the men who um, are okay with bowing down. And at the same time, again, those dudes can't they can't take anybody anywhere. They're not. There ain't nothing that you're gonna get out of a guy who can't take himself anywhere. It's the weirdest thing. I know. I know it's a weird thing, but it's one of the realest things, man. It's one of the realest things you're gonna hear because I look sometime and I just say I'm glad I'm not super focused on females every week and what females have going on. You know, I think I've had like within the past 2 weeks, I've had 3 females over this house, and until I just now thought about it, I didn't think about it. I hadn't even thought about it until I just thought about it, and I can care less. I can really care less. I mean, 2 of them was very fun to be around. It was good to chill with them. One of them I went to the hot tub with, but for the most part, you can't be focused on what ladies have going on every week. You got to be focused on your house, your landscape. You got to be focused on your portfolio. You got to be focused on your business, your career, and if you're constantly poisoning yourself by worrying about dating, you shouldn't be worried about that as a man. You should be focused on logical things, making logical moves, putting yourself in a position where you're going to achieve something for your child. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes a lot of you guys would be better if there was ways that you could have your kid without having a lady. You know what I'm saying? Like if some of you guys just paid 20 G's and had a surrogate baby, like had a woman to carry your baby, I think for a lot of you dudes, you would come out better because you focusing on dating all the time, focusing on those type of things, it just isn't a benefit to you as a guy. Now, I say all this when I say don't hate ladies. Don't, and that's why a lot of you dudes walk around are mad at females. Don't hate females. You hate females because you pay a lot of attention to them. You hate females because they're not operating the way you want to. And then you go get with another female from another culture, and it's the same thing. That female acts the same way, just in a different time. You know, the first 2 years when she thinks you're going to marry her, of course she acting sweet. Of course you getting all the sex you want because that's her culture. But then she starts to realize that you're a black guy that is a stereotypical black guy and you're not able to lead her nowhere. Now she's going to do you just like Stephen Clark's Korean girlfriend. Now she's going to look at you with disgust. You know, Stephen Clark's girlfriend is looking at like, okay, I done had all these kids for this dude, 2 kids, and he can't even take care of himself. You know what I'm saying? She's looking at it like, I'm not even going to the funeral. I'm not even going to speak on his behalf. Because why? There's nothing this dude has going on. And this is what I try to share with you. Stop talking about dating so much. Stop talking about females so much. I'm up here in a power position. And I'm going to tell you, it's difficult to be in a power position because it's hard to pull other brothers up because other brothers don't understand culture and they don't understand game and they don't understand when to keep their mouth closed. It's hard to build with brothers because a lot of brothers are not trying to get their money up. A lot of brothers are not trying to be in power positions. And the sad thing is when you look at Black YouTube, which is poison, when you look at Black YouTube, all the dudes talk about is division. All the dudes talk about is what women are talking about. You can't move Black people forward if you're always going behind what gossip, if you're always going behind nonsense. So thank you to the person that's watching. Shout out to you. I see you. So I just want to put in this brief summation that in order for you to get power, man, you can't be talking about dating every week. You can't be talking about what women are doing. You can't be absorbing those type of messages in your mind because it takes you away from making power moves every Monday. Every Monday, you should be making some type of power move. I'll catch you on the next video. This is Mr. Research, your buddy, Mr. Research. Peace.